Afternoon, folks. I'm sorry I'm so late. Good news is on the job front. I went in for an interview with the call center today, and I thought it was going to be another pain in the ass sales position, which I hate so much, so much. Anyways, but it looks like I might possibly be able to meander my way into another customer service position. Yay! If I get it, there will be ugly crying. There will be ugly crying. Just saying. Just saying is all. So, good vibes. Anyways. Alright, so not the point. Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Tea. I am your host, the Lady Autist, also known as Tiffany Daniels. So folks, I'm glad you joined me today. Now, we're going to go over a couple of things, but due to detraction from yesterday, I'm actually going to go over the JDAH thing first. Now, warning, this is going to be me at my high levels of smartassery. So, I'm getting confused, folks. I'm getting a little confused here. So, are we bots? Are we paid people? Or are we JD's minions? Inquiring minds apparently named AH want to know. So folks, these delusions are getting special, aren't they? They're getting real special. I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. I am broke, the rent is due, Mama needs groceries. I would like to not be evicted from this place. Don't worry about me, I'm fine, guys, I'm fine. But anyways, I have not received a single paycheck from JD, which is getting kind of scary, folks, because my cat over there demands his drugs, aka catnip, and he's giving me the evil eye. So if that check doesn't arrive soon, I'm afraid that he's probably going to eat me. Anyways, so we're not getting paid for this. So what would be the other conclusion? We're bots, right? We're all bots. Alright, folks, if I'm a bot, then I guess that makes me Optimus Prime. So makes me the head of the Autobots. So, are you an Autobot or a Decepticon? Again, inquiring minds want to know. Or, even better, we're minions. So if we're minions, does that mean JD is actually Gru? Because that would explain so much. And if he is Gru, where is his freeze ray? Because I'm pretty sure he could have used that on multiple occasions on AH. I'm sure that he would love to have had a freeze ray. Just saying. Just saying. This is ridiculous. She can't even decide what we are. She can't even decide what we are. It would serve her better to keep her mouth shut. It really would. To just focus all her attention on the case by going and doing these interviews and claiming we're this or we're that. Yeah, it may not do any damage to her case, but in regards to public opinion, she's not doing herself any favors at all. You're calling potential customers, potential consumers, especially those of the comic geek variety. Example, see my little artwork there on the wall. You're calling us bots. honey, you're considering people who might even be on the wall to actually see you in even Marvel or DC in spite of their disgust of you, simply because they have loyalty to the brand. And they put the brand and their love of comic books above your complete narcissism and delusions and whatever else might be going on. Now, I don't know that for sure. I'm not a psychologist, but being in social work and politics as long as I have, I can take a pretty good educated guess. We'll just leave it there. So, folks, in the comments, put down that information. Are you a bot? And if you are you an Autobot or a Decepticon? If you are a paid stan, have you received your check yet? And if you are a minion, have you seen JD's freeze ray? Because it looks like he's misplaced it. Alright, enough of that. So, I also wanted to dig into the witches a little bit. So, I've got more than one bone to pick with Warner Brothers. And I know a lot of you are against PC culture. I am too. And I don't like the way that they freaking pick things apart. But here's the thing. People with disabilities, especially those with physical disabilities, those who are born with maybe their hands are a little different, their arms are a little different, they're born a certain way. We'll just put it that way. They're born with certain visual anomalies, we'll call them anomalies, have been demonized in literature, in movies, in cartoons for eons and eons. Now, where the issue pops up is, what are these movies, these stories, these books all geared towards? Young children, young impressionable children. And what does that teach them? Well, it teaches them to associate those types of disabilities with evil. You have everyone from Shakespeare, Hunchback Richard III, right? You have that in there. To the physically different, the three witches in Macbeth, to ad nauseum. It displays physical disabilities and age as something to be pointed out, something to be fought against. You see where I'm going with this, aren't you? It demonizes people with physical disabilities. And that has real world consequences. What I'm talking about is, let's say, for example, this current situation with COVID, where there have been problems with the elderly, with people with physical disabilities and even mental disabilities in the hospitals, with doctors openly asking them to forego medical treatment for somebody who is more normal. To give up their life for a more able-bodied person. Like, our lives don't have any value. And what teaches people to devalue human beings like that? It's these ideas that start in childhood, starts with these movies, starts with fairy tales. You see where I'm going here? As people will tell you, whether they're from a different race, or they have a disability, or whether they're LGBT, representation matters. And when you demonize a minority when you make them an object of ridicule and disgust, it has real world consequences. So, that is my problem with movies like The Witches. Because you are ostracizing an entire group of people and saying that it is okay out in the real world to ridicule, mock, sometimes even physically assault people with physical or even mental disabilities because they're evil, or they're this, or they're that. It also teaches that we are throwaway lives. I've mentioned that in ableism before. So, that needs to change, folks. We need to change how we represent people with disabilities in films, in movies, especially those that are geared towards children. Especially now when kids are getting mixed messages. So you have shows like The Good Doctor. You have shows that show how you should treat people with disabilities. And then you have shows like The Witches. It's confusing. It's confusing. It really is. Fix it. Fix it, Warner Brothers. Let me put it bluntly to you. Recasting JD, recasting Grindelwald, is as stupid as if they tried to recast Deadpool with somebody other than Ryan Reynolds. It's that stupid. It is that stupid. His performance, like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, is that pivotal. They become those characters. They practically are those characters. You know what I mean? I say the same to Disney, by the way, in regards to Jack Sparrow. And also, with Warner Brothers, start paying attention to how you represent people. And I'm sorry, but a simple apology is not enough. If all you get is an apology, but there are no changes made, you're not getting the point. You're not getting the point. And Warner has a long history from this, folks. We're talking blackface during Looney Tunes. Maybe they've apologized, I don't know. But those cartoons are still rotated, and they're still out there. Just saying. Depictions of various minorities, different people with different disabilities, they get an apology, but nothing changes. They don't remove it, they don't redo it, they won't say sorry. They'll say they're sorry, but they don't do anything else. We can't accept empty apologies anymore from these studios, folks. Apologies are nothing. Actions speak louder than words. So for JD, for the people with disabilities everywhere, fix it, Warner Brothers. Or I, and many other disabled people, JD fans and DV survivors, will not be your consumers anymore. This isn't just going away. Not in the disability community, and not in the JD community. Alright, and that's my TED Talk. Alright, folks, as always, if you could, this is a small channel, if you could share this, I'd appreciate it, as well as hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. You have a good one. Thank you.